Hey guys, this week in Art Club with Miss Burford we are going to make line drawing bunnies. You will need 2 sheets of A4 white paper, a selection of pastel coloured card, scissors, a glue stick, a biro pen and a pencil. To start with, we're going to draw a circle about 1/3 of the way up your one piece of paper. And then at the bottom of the circle, we're going to draw a C, as you can see on the screen. And then on the other side of the circle, we're going to draw a backwards C. Hopefully you can follow the instructions with what you can see on the screen. And then we're going to join these 2 C's up with this curved line. So this creates the nose and the face of your rabbit. And now we're going to give him 2 shoulders, so we can draw those quite simply going right down to the bottom of the paper. Then you're going to give him 2 ears coming out at the top of that line which connected your 2 C's. Then inside that circle that you started with, you can draw a U shape with a line down the bottom of it, and then do 2 little smile shapes. And if you'll see on screen what I mean, I'm not the best at explaining this. Draw a curved line from the bottom of the rabbit ear to the top of the circle, and do the same on the other rabbit ear. Finally, add 2 circles for the rabbit's eyes, and within those circles draw a smaller circle for the highlight. This is your main rabbit outline finished, but now you just need to go a little bit lighter with your pencil and draw lines across the ears, across the rabbit face, across the body, so from the shoulders down to the bottom of the page, and then circles from the centre of the nose outwards to the main circle for the nose. And like I said, just do them lightly because these are just going to be guidelines to work to. Do this section by section so that you're not drawing straight lines across the face. You want your lines to follow the curves and the shapes that you've drawn. Try and draw the same amount of lines with the same distance apart roughly on the sections of the face that are symmetrical. Moving on to using the biro pen, I recommend black. I personally think it's better than blue, but it's entirely up to you. And you're going to draw around and colour in both of the eyes. Don't colour in the smaller circle that you did within the eyes because this is going to be your little highlight, so leave this white. Now you can start filling in the sections on the face. So for example, I'm starting up the ridge of the nose, so I drew about 4 or 5 lines going up to the ears on the centerpiece, and I'm going to fill in each one of those sections with a different line pattern. So I do recommend that before you start drawing in this lesson, if you're doing this with the class, that you go through different lines that you could do, different patterns, just brainstorm them amongst you. And just fill every section with a different pattern. Only exception to that rule is that if you've got 2 of something, so like 2 ears, or you've got the 2 sides of the face, try and draw the same line that you've got on the one side as the other side, so that you have a symmetrical looking face, otherwise it might look a little bit odd. Here are some suggestions of what you could use to fill your sections with for your line patterns. So you could do cross hatching, stars, flowers, polka dots, zigzags, stripes. You could do stripes in so many different ways, and like little squares, different shapes. When you come to working on the nose, you're going in circular shapes rather than straight lines for your pattern. So try and go around the center for each pattern. So I started with a spiral in the middle, and then I followed the circular shape when I did my other patterns afterwards. Don't forget as well to draw your nose back on, so the little U shape with the line down it and the two little smiley faces underneath, just so you don't lose your main points of interest. When you're finished doing your patterns, then you can go around the outside of the whole of your rabbit with the black biro to outline it, and go around any details on the face, so like the centerpiece that joins up to the nose. Cut out your rabbit and put him or her to one side for the moment. Next, we're going to work on creating the background for your rabbit. So you need your A4 sheets of pastel paper, and you're just going to cut some strips which are wide at the edges and then go to a narrow point at the centre of the paper, or roughly at the centre of the paper. It doesn't matter if it's not quite in the centre, as long as it fades away to a point behind your rabbit's head. Cut out a selection of these triangular shapes in the blue, pink, if you have purple you can use purple, green and yellow, and then just lay them out on your piece of paper that you didn't use to draw your rabbit on. Lay them out on this piece of paper until you're happy that piece of paper is covered and you've got this really cool wow effect. I don't know what you want to call it, but all the points go to almost the centre of the paper, and then you can glue them down. I would say it's like going to a vanishing point, but they're not all vanishing at the same point, even though it would be ideal if they were. When you've glued these triangles down, you can stick your bunny on top. Just ensure that it covers that centre, which is just a mess. Trim off any overhanging card so it's nice and flush with the edge of the paper. Ta-da! We have one Easter bunny picture that incorporates a lesson in line and pattern drawing. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this on a Monday and other art related videos on a Thursday. See you next week for more Art with Miss Burford.